sing. We need everybody. Come on, now. I'm sleeping in there. No more backwards thinking. Thinking. All the teachers start to teach a new way. Sit down and shut up.
Good morning, I say.
Grand Rising, how you doing?
I'm doing quite good.
This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Community Development Training.
You be skipping stuff.
What am I supposed to say then? Hi, this is one and only Mr. Edmond.
It's okay. This is live radio. This is what we do. Good morning. This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And this is one and only.
And we are brought to you by the New Image Project, known as.
See that?
And we are redefining
what's cool.
Because smart
is the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
You know. If you didn't
know. Well, I think I know.
Okay. Oh, well, thank y'all for watching and tuning in live on 99 Jams Carrot Festival Radio. This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Community Development.
Wait.
I'm just going to say it again. It feel like the beginning.
It just seemed like the right thing to do. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
So, what's good, sister?
Well, you know, it's what's on your mind Wednesday.
What's on your mind? Oh, I got something on my mind.
Oh, you got okay. So go tell me what's on your mind, sir.
I do not know where to begin. Okay, I begin with MLK.
Okay.
It was an amazing MLK celebration. We had a great time. You know, publicly we want to thank, the community members, citizens, the party goers that, felt it right to have a good, peaceful time and not kick the bobo.
Oh, so let me tell you.
They kicked the bobo?
They hung out
they hung
on MLK Day. Now, I didn't participate in too much of the activities.
Seriously, I know. I called you and I was like, oh, yeah. I called you. I was on time.
I still had to work. One.
Okay.
And then two is I'm not just a little true story about Qiana, if you didn't know. It's like I'm really not a partier. So like
you are a party starter.
Yeah, but I'm not a party.
You're not a partier.
Like I do events, I do things like that. Star. Yeah, but I'm not one of them people. Like I don't have to be where the crowd is at.
I think now that you like that, I do hang out, but I don't do clubs.
No, I'm not a clubber.
But Big Shot, the Turbo, Big Bo, the whole team, right. they had some of the biggest stars in the industry in the club. I was supposed to go, I missed it. I had hung out too far. Big shots out to Sunshine City Film Festival. Prince coming back.
Oh yeah,
Dream Makers.
Y'all, I forgot y'all had your thing as well.
It's an amazing year.
What year is this? It's for the Sunshine.
7th.
The 7th year. I remember when y'all first started.
Yep. We was working the Hillary Clinton campaign.
Yep. And then now look at it, because now y'all got partners.
Now we done been through Trump and Biden. We done survived.
Y'all done survived.
Hey. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the Catalyst, Urban Drinkery, everybody on the 22nd quarter, the whole Deuces live, they new executive director. It was an amazing thing to see the city come alive like it did. I want to definitely give a big shout out to the St. Pete Police Department, the mayor, Ken Welch, and the whole city staff. They were cleaning up, they were keeping the traffic flowing. I told somebody, and I got this from Brother John. The biggest room is the room for improvement.
Okay.
So what we do and is gonna do is give people the props what the props do. So it was a good event on most all angles. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a couple things we can need because this is what's on my mind. I can tell you. You want to know? Here you go.
Yeah, go.
We'll say that for the second segment.
You'll save
things to be desired.
Oh, okay.
That's what we'll do.
I mean, so what I always like
Yeah.
What I always like is like the love that you see in the city. When you come in and like people legit like just hanging out and just having a good time. People dress up, people out on just hanging out.
It be feeling like 1960 St. Pete.
I wasn't here in
I'm just
1960.
saying, you know how when they say everybody used to talk to everybody.
Oh.
Feel like 1960 St.
I was gonna say that was like 20 years
Yeah,
before my time. So I
either.
wasn't here. So
I may
can't.
have been here in spirit. But
Maybe
I
in
wasn't,
spirit.
Yeah, I wasn't here in this vessel.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so MLK was a success overall.
Yeah, overall, I mean, ask the audience, how was your MLK 2024? Whether you were in the city of St. Pete, whether you were in Tampa, whether you were in Bradenton, whether you were in Clearwater.
You know, so I will tell you that I know people who went over to the Tampa one as well.
Yes.
So they opted out not to do St. Pete parade and went to Tampa parade.
But I think that's a good thing when you have options, man. I mean, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, them versus us. You know, I think we're all together doing the same thing, just in different places and time. Because, you know, it's like low key beef, you know.
But it shouldn't be.
Getting bigger, St. Pete, people feel St. Pete contracting, getting smaller. You feel me? But what I think it is, I think it's room for growth. I think that, you know, Tampa has been throwing their celebration and they need to get some shine. Some of us need to go over there like some of them used to come over here. Like here.
Well, you want me to tell you how I feel about it, to be honest. It is enough for everybody, but we're neighbors. We're so close that we should be doing, we should be one and make this where everybody is eating.
But we was one. We was the biggest one, like in the United States. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, because
St. Pete was the biggest.
Because we really kind of was one of the first people, if not the first, to have a parade.
Maybe.
Somewhere around there. That's why I didn't.
Yeah, but I hear you. Yeah,
you know, and so everybody came here because this is nobody else was doing it. Nobody other city, no other state, nobody.
If you remember, it wasn't a law. Because I remember the first couple of MLKs that I can remember. I didn't go to school. We was out there on Dr. Martin Luther King Street.
I remember we talked about this the last episode that we were saying that like our first, you know, when I was in elementary school, we used to take the day off. It wasn't a national holiday then.
It wasn't.
And so
we used to
take the day off.
Literally.
That was like the official,
Literally. And the way politics is set up now, your parents might go to jail if y'all take any days off.
Oh wow.
You can't take no Black History Days off in this climate.
Yeah. Well, yes, you can.
How?
You can do what you want.
I mean, I hear that. I hear that. But the other celebrations, Clearwater has a celebration. Bradenton doing their thing. I think it's a beautiful situation when you can when the region can be what it is.
Right.
You get what I mean? Because like you said, we are neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. You know what I mean? And pass the sugar. You know, I mean, it's a different way to think about it because I heard a lot of people shooting their shots. You know, they had their shows and the organization of it, right, is well organized, and they have some of our old organizers.
Well, you want me to tell you what the Tampa side has that they've been doing from the beginning that we didn't was the concert.
Oh, yeah, they get supported like. They having the venues. They're having.
So they're at
I thought Channel Side or Strides.
Yeah, they right there.
I mean, I done been to it.
I have been there to the Heritage.
The Heritage Festival.
I definitely have been there.
And it's a major thing.
It is. So like it's a whole weekend thing. With it. We started out a few years ago. We started out with the Music and Culture Festival. I think it's something.
You was all in that.
I started.
You was the music director or something, wasn't it?
Actually, I started it. It was, and then and the first year was really good. To be honest, it was really good. But then you know how like things happen, and then you just kind of the second year. I didn't participate. So actually the second year we was gearing up, but COVID hit.
Oh.
So that changed everything with it. Corey did it last year.
Yeah.
or whatever. So I mean,
it's
room for growth in everything.
It's room for growth. Big shots out to the Dream Big Festival. I was at the Family Fun Day. I kind of ran around town.
And you know what? I think at the Battle of Bands, it was over 800 people that showed up at the Battle of Bands.
Big shots out to Lakewood High School. No, it was the Drum Major Education.
Oh, not the Battle of the Band? It's called the Drum Major of Education. Oh my gosh, this is Mr. Edmund Fett.
What I was saying was, we had a good time. I went to some of all the events. I didn't go to the parade.
Okay.
But I'm not a parade person. I was telling somebody, I was talking to an out-of-towner, and they was like, you didn't go to the parade? Well, what did you do? I'm like, what?
And actually, me and you talk, I was like, I'm not a 9th Street person. You was like, I'm not a parade person.
I'm not a parade person. I start my day off on 9th Street, on MLK.
And you there all day.
I mean, off and on. Like,
the food was amazing.
What? I went to about several food trucks, food stands. A kid approached me.
Okay.
You want a snack? Sold me a snack, man. I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Dollars exchanging hands.
I did. So I will tell you is that for MLK, if you have entrepreneur spirit,
we will talk about this.
Yeah, this is the day. If you've never tried it, this is the day that you step out.
And if you can't make no money on MLK Day, you can't make no money.
Change your life. But I'm gonna tell you, you can make some money on MLK Day. But you can definitely make some money on MLK Day. You really, really can. And so I like that. Like, everybody can be creative.
Hibachi people. So I'm not. So big shots out to Hibachi boys, man. All this and 8 Camp, all the boys.
I love Hibachi too.
Listen, I never really got into the hood of Hibachi.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I ate some Tampa, St. Pete, like I say, 8 Camp, all back up in the cuts and stuff. I done had Hibachi in the hood, but I didn't appreciate it. I was by the Kemel Park Community Church. If y'all know, Kemel Park Community Church is on Melrose.
Okay.
And MLK.
All right. Yeah.
Right? And they had a brother out there on the Hibachi. Know what I'm saying? He was, doing his thing. I'm like, okay, let me try it, man. I see you. Know what I'm saying? Let me see and give me some of that yum sauce. Listen, the man had top tier Hibachi.
I gotta try it. Because you want me to tell you, I go to Kobe's. Right?
That's what I'm talking about. He had top tier Hibachi.
So I gotta try it because I get the Kobe's trio every time I go, right? Yeah. I get me some rice, I get me some noodles, chicken, shrimp, steak. You know what I mean? Like, so this is I ordered it. It comes with, so you get the trio, it comes with, and then it feeds my whole house. It's not like
it's like that.
But see, it's not like it's a whole bunch of people in my house, but it feeds my whole house. Right?
Like it's a whole bunch of us now.
But it feeds us, you know what I mean? So I will tell you, like, I probably eat hibachi maybe at least once a month, if not more.
So we talk about hibachi in the hood, the MLK celebrations in Tampa, St. Pete, Bradenton, and Clearwater. Here in the Tampa Bay area, you are listening to 99 Jams.1 Carefest Radio. This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and hibachi. For you, everybody get hibachi.
Listen,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a picky eater.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Are you really?
No.
I
eat anything, but I just ain't gonna eat anything.
Oh, so while you said anything, everybody's seen Rockin' Crab.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, you didn't see the post on Rockin' Crabs? They had Ratatouille in there.
Ratatouille?
He was in there cooking y'all crabs.
They had a Disney movie in the kitchen.
He was in there. He was out of the kitchen this time. He was out. He had came out. He wanted to
be high. He had to come out.
No. He wanted to make sure to see if everything that he was cooking was delicious. So Ratatouille came on out.
They put him on blast.
He came on out just to check on, and I don't think the customers like it too much.
Are you serious?
Yes, they have shut down Rockin' Crabs.
Not Rockin' Crab on 34th Street.
Rockin' Crabs on 34th Street. If anybody's seen it, put it in the comments.
Man, that building been had Ratatouille in there.
Yeah, but
Ratatouille, they ain't left. That's 4th generation Ratatouille, the 5th generation.
I mean, listen. So he came on out and said, "Hey, listen."
Good thing they did hibachi it for you.
Wasn't no hibachi. No, if they had hibachi, I would think that ratatouille might have been in the meal. So, luckily it was just crabs,
Oh, God, others lose.
And I get this because me and my cousin Keisha was talking, right? I don't have Facebook, so I can't, but I don't have Facebook.
Qiana doesn't have Facebook. Don't message her.
I mean, because people probably do. And I keep on saying that I'm gonna go and reset it up. And so, and then the thing is I'm kind of like I done took over Cheyenne's a little bit, right?
Big shots out to Cheyenne.
Yes, my sunshine. And no. So they done came over, took over real quick, but it looks like they was shut down. But I want.
That's like
they will be back. Man. I mean, the comments was funny. Somebody say, ain't no rats in them drinks though. Like,
I bet you ain't no rat tail in that drink.
I don't know, but I mean,
Tequila Sunrise.
All the above. But yeah, good morning, Michelle. Good morning.
They say Long Island, I see that's a real Long Island, really from Long Island.
Yeah. So be careful. I mean,
dang, I didn't know that. I mean, so okay then, since we're talking about stuff we seen on Facebook, what I seen on Facebook.
You so funny.
Listen, I be seeing some stuff. My timeline, impeccable.
Okay.
Like my timeline will go from bar fights in the hood to Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the Big Bang Theory and the unwrapping of the universe.
Okay.
With a stroll. So
it's all it's diverse. Because
very, very.
Because you a little bit everything kind of entered, So
very.
Yeah.
And so in the news, if y'all did not know, they had the Iowa caucus.
Yes.
For the Republican. Iowa.
Iowa.
It's snowy there.
Very much
we
snowy.
don't know where that is right now.
Oh, we know where it's at.
Yes.
But go ahead.
It's dropping. Okay, long story short, President Trump took 50% of the vote in a 5-person race. So what that means is the top 2 people put together still didn't get the number of delegates.
And so, DeSantis actually was number 2, a slim margin.
Number 9, he got 9 delegates.
Slim, and I think Trump got 30.
No, he got 20.
He was 30 points over everybody else.
Yep, he was 30 points
over everybody else.
They give out delegates.
Right.
In this type of caucus. And Nikki Haley got 9 delegates. I mean, Nikki Haley got 8 delegates.
Right.
And DeSantis got 9.
And you know what?
And Trump got 20.
Right. Which.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So them 2 put together.
Still ain't
They still couldn't
come in and
Trump. Listen, you put both of them together. The man is real kind of cocky right now, right? Because, like, this is history. People have never been beaten like this before.
Like, especially with all the work that everybody's. So Trump is doing something. So they actually, he pulled a boss move, right? So they're doing, they're sitting in, they're doing their debate. Trump does his thing.
Yep, and
same day.
And
a matter of fact, more views. People rather tune in to Trump than to listen to the other 2 people.
I think I agree with that. What people don't understand is this is like one of our most entertaining presidents, right? We have entertaining presidents like Bill Clinton played the sax. He was entertaining.
Obama did the nice smooth walk.
Yeah, everybody had their thing.
Yeah.
Trump is like Cat Williams level entertainment.
Did you say Cat Williams?
Listen,
I want to go to Cat Williams show.
I tried to buy some tickets. They think I'm playing. I told them they think I'm playing, man. I was ready to do it for the culture.
What happened?
They think I'm playing.
Who think you're playing?
The person selling the tickets.
Oh,
that's another long story.
Oh, I was gonna say
back to the Iowa caucus.
Okay.
Right. The reason we're talking about Cat Williams is because Donald J. Trump has been pulling the Cat Williams on these people for about 4 years now.
Just saying whatever. But I mean,
they
everything Trump's saying true though.
We watch it. Pull up the news right now, and I bet you it's 10 Trump pictures on there from 10 different news organizations.
No, listen, Trump is like trumping everybody. And that's what he doing. He doing. So I shout out to his marketing team.
Listen, I think it's him.
Regardless.
Yeah, because listen, I think that people are so thoroughly entertained. It kind of because we are in a reality series,
okay,
like nation.
Right.
Our lives, we wish were a reality show.
Right.
Right. So having a reality show president is not far fetched.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they pushed it on us so hard. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, he's the.
Well, you know what? People get sick and tired of the norm, the BS, right? The BS. And so Trump was kind of like, I'm going to give you something. And everybody who voted for him the first time was like, he's one of us. He's real. You heard it. You know what I mean? They felt like they could relate. I don't know how, but they felt like they could relate to him.
I hear that though.
Good morning.
I hear that though. Cause he got regular, so he talk regular. You know, for to be a billionaire and like or whatever out of space, he is. You know what I'm saying? People who are out of space oftentimes don't have regular speak. You know what I'm saying? They don't relate to the cotton picker. Not, you know what I'm saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Wrong by the farmer picking cotton. But
I mean, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If I can speak to you from the C-suite, if I can come out down the gold elevator and then talk to you and you understand me, that's a big gap that got filled.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because you don't have a lot of people that can come out of that boardroom and talk in a way that a farmer in Iowa can relate to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what the man doing right now. And I think the only thing Biden can do to win this election, clear up all the student loan debt, legalize marijuana, and free the slaves.
Free the slaves.
Yeah, they got free the slaves. You got to do it every week.
Free the slaves. Okay, so you're saying it's impossible for him to win?
No, I'm just saying he has to do that student loan thing.
Okay.
Right? He has to do a few things to make it so people feel comfortable voting for him again with his mental state and condition. Like people, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him to win again. And I'm talking about Biden.
I think so too. So I think this is a different election than we've seen ever. In my lifetime, let me say that. Or since I've been voting.
I think since I've been participating.
Yeah, since it's been there. So they say stop it. Margaret says stop it.
No, only reason I say that is because like you gotta look at the tsunami that's coming. Right? Like the Trump train is like a tsunami. And to be honest, it's gonna be people you think wouldn't vote for him voting for him. Voting is a private thing. Y'all know voting, that's why they do it behind the door. And so nobody see.
Right, because see, people will say stuff out. Right. Because
but that's the privacy. That's the privacy as a voter.
That nobody knows.
Ain't none of your business who I vote for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got a caller. Okay, caller. Oh, they don't want to hit it. Hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, family. This is Tamika Mitchum of Mitchum Services, and we about to get into it. How y'all doing?
Oh, good. You know what, Tamika, go ahead. We forgot. I totally forgot. We have a new segment with Mitchum Services. Tell what you're gonna be doing, Tamika.
We're going to be on the move with Mitchum Services. I'm just going to be telling the people a little bit about a couple of community events that are going to be happening within the next 7 days. Y'all was really having great conversation. Y'all forgot all about me.
We did. I ain't even going to lie, but don't take it personal because I love you.
I will not. I know you do. Good morning, Brother Jabbar. How are you?
Jabbar, put your headset on so that you can.
I can't hear it. Ain't nothing coming out.
Well, why you?
Oh, okay.
Community radio.
No, go put it on. Now you can hear.
Tell him I said hello. Good morning, Jabbar. How are you?
What you talking about, Willis?
You can hear you.
All right, so we're gonna get into it.
So this is Community Radio, Carafesta Radio, and I can't hear. So hold on, let me see.
We're gonna get that together, Sam.
Okay, I can hear you now. Talk that talk.
All right. So now that we have Brother Jabbar with us, I'm just gonna run through a couple of things that are happening this week. Today, January 17th, we have our Investor Superstar Seminar in Lutz, hosted by our very own Miss Qiana Hardrick. It's going to be at Cigars International. And Miss Qiana is also a Pinellas County Urban League Young Professional. We are excited to support her, so check her out. We're going to start getting these links dropped in the comments so people can go ahead and register. January 18th, we have our Botillion Military Info Session hosted by the St. Petersburg Delta Chapter. Seniors and juniors, young men, we need you to come on out. So click the link in the comments in order to join the upcoming info session so you can find out how to be involved in that. January 20th, we have the Sinless Bourbon Launch Party hosted by Miss Erica Sutherland, the new executive director of Studio S620. We are excited to support this Black queen and her new bourbon. This is going to be hosted at Savant on 2nd. She's also one of my Leadership St. Pete members, class of 2024. Whoop, whoop. So we are excited to support her.
No, the leaderships. Oh. You put your headset on, and then you can hear everything. Go ahead. You know how like you listen to half of it, and then 2024. Oh, this is a kid not selling bourbon. Not selling bourbon.
No, ma'am. No, Miss Erica Sutherland is a whole grown woman, and she is ready to pop out for her birthday with her new bourbon.
Mad respect for that.
Yes. Also, January 20th, we have the second annual New Generation Coming From Behind the Walls with Miss Yvonne Thomas. She has gathered these kids. She's going to have vendors. She's going to have performances. They'll be down at Destiny Christian Outreach Ministries. So we definitely want to do what we can to support Miss Yvonne because she's always supporting everyone else.
Yes. So make sure y'all say that one more time so we can find out how we're going to support Miss Yvonne because she is a supporter.
She absolutely is. So it's called the second annual New Generation Coming From Behind the Walls. And it's going to be at Destiny Christian Outreach Ministries on January the 20th. Y'all know Miss Yvonne, just hit her up. You can hit her up in her DM. She's always available for conversation. And so they're still looking for vendors, volunteers. So get in touch with her to see what she needs so we can help her on the 20th.
Okay. What, we got anything else?
We do. We have a couple more.
Go ahead.
January 20th, we also have a walkathon fundraiser hosted by Miss Elizabeth Siplin, Impact Solutions. So let's go ahead and support her. They'll be 10 a.m. and they will be, I was just saying, I need to get out and walk somewhere, y'all. I haven't started not now. New Year 2024, healthy, anything.
I started exercising. And yesterday I walked Gulfport Beach.
Yeah, I've been going.
Oh, that's so good.
Not intentionally, but it
just happened.
It just kind of happened. Me walking at Gulfport, but I have been working out at the house.
Yes, we'll take that. Yes, so I'm gonna get started with Miss Liz on January 20th at 10 a.m. I'm going to the walkathon.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
January 22nd, we have Queens and Teens, which is a mentorship program that'll be hosted at Camel Park Resource Center, hosted by The Well. We're doing a vision board party with the girls to get them excited and motivated about 2024. There will be a flyer and registration link coming out soon for that. Also, January 23rd, we have the SBA Small Business Finance Cohort that is being put on by the Pinellas County Urban League. It is a series, y'all. They've been doing all January, so they've already done 2. They have 2 more. We know it's that time of year where we are getting our finances together, getting ready for taxes. So Pinellas County Urban League has a free program. This cohort, they have 2 more sessions left. So there will be a link in the comments for you to jump on in. And if you're not being a part of that, please register. It is free, hosted by Miss Carolyn Riggins. And she's an amazing person. She's great at what she does. So tap into that, to those free resources so we can get our business finances in order. And then on the 23rd, Brother Jabbar, we will be at the gas plant CDAC meeting to get our voices heard. Right? So get into it. Get active with that.
And that's January 23rd.
And January 23rd is the next one. Yes, that's
Yes.
every Tuesday at
Yes.
City Hall. And then our final event, January 23rd, hosted by none other than our very own Miss Lola B. Morgan of Agrio's Corner. She's going to help you manifest your year. There's going to be a workshop held at Raining Berries. Link will be in the comments. So tap in, family. We have a lot going on this week, so we got to get out and support each other.
Ooh, I'm with it.
Thank you so much.
No problem. I'll talk to y'all later.
See you Wednesday. Wait, Friday, because today's Wednesday.
Today's
See you
Wednesday.
Friday.
See you Friday.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Mention Services, y'all.
Yeah, so
Link
now
with Mention Services.
Mention Services will be on every week now.
Every time we on.
Yeah.
When you see us, you're gonna hear her
at 7:50, and she will be running down all the community events that's going on for the whole week.
And she's gonna run down.
Huh?
She's gonna run down.
Yeah, she's
not
gonna
run down.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna run it all down for you and let you know where to be at, so that you are not confused what's going on in our city. You know what else I'm excited about? We are a month away from the Collard Green Festival.
Listen, I was at the event on the Deuces, and and I had the realization the Collard Green Festival has we gotta call it, has became one of our biggest festivals in the community.
Call. Hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Good morning. It is working Wednesday, y'all. We is doing all the work. This is Miss D, the job coach.
I checking in. It was Miss D. I heard your voice.
checking in. I'm all right. I'm up and moving today. Mm-hmm. Hey, I was on with Florida Rising last night. Their training on lobbying was absolutely amazing. And so I want to thank them for that. That was a very robust thing. I'm so sorry, Jabbar, I did not come down to St. Pete yesterday.
No
but
apologies needed. No apologies. You made good with your time.
Listen. But I will start coming down on Tuesdays. I put you on my calendar. But what I want to say to you is this, Jabbar, about Biden. Okay. He has a long history of diplomacy. He has done some good and bad things over the course of his career. And we need, in my opinion, to leave him right there where he is so that he can undo a lot of the nonsense that he created. Okay? What he can do globally is way bigger than our little student loan problem. Okay? The diplomacy for the safety of this country in the long term. I post a lot of things about World Health Organization. We have to look at this globally. We can't just look at our little thing. If you give me my little thing, then I'll be happy with you, because it's much bigger than that. We cannot allow Trump to slide his slimy mobster tail in the office. Get up and go vote. Let Biden finish what he started. Let him finish what he started. That's my position. We have to get up and vote. And if we don't get the one thing that we think we want, we can't just act like children and throw down our toys on the playground and say, I'm done with him. We can't do that, because if we allow what some Trump people is doing, listen, I get verbally accosted. I live in Trumpville over here. I live in Bel Air. I get verbally accosted by people who are separatists, who believe that I don't have the right to stand in front of them in the grocery store.
You know what? I done been up there in that area, so I definitely understand. I don't disagree with you. And I agree with what you're saying, but a lot of the masses of the voters, unfortunately, is not thinking that way. When we're looking, especially when we're thinking of our vote, and when you're trying to appeal to voters, unfortunately, we got to appeal to what's important to them at the time. So
we have to expand their vision. We can't allow that. We as a community have to educate them and expand it. Those of us who understand civics, right? Mm-hmm. Not all of us understand it in the same way. And that's why I'm saying to our community, vocally, loudly, all the things that we have to empower each other with the right attitude, But if we know better, we should do better. And then we have to lock arms with each other in the community and say, we are going to stand in solidarity on this.
So I agree with you. And I hate to cut you off, but it's 8:00. We got to pay some bills. So
pay some bills.
So you're more than welcome to call back after the 8:00 hour. We're going to take a break. We'll be back 7 minutes after the hour. Tag a friend, tell a friend that we're here, and then we have a whole hour full of entertainment for y'all.
Stick and stay.
Yes, we'll be back. All right.
Well, I've shared you. This is Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Recalls its ambassador from Iran as Islamabad accuses Tehran of killing children in a cross-border missile strike. Beijing calls on both sides to show restraint.
我们认为伊朗和巴基斯坦是近邻。
We consider both Iran
to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio, got 99 jams to talk about, Amendment 4 and other local, policies and politics. Enjoyed it, so we started doing it on Sundays as like a podcast with, at the time, Janet Michelle. She was our co-host and she, filled that role until she moved. And then we had Carla Bristol, Carla B. She came in for a season. And then Reno was behind the scenes. He was always present because we did organizing together, so he'd come and hang out. And then the things that he was saying off camera was like, man, we might as well just have you on the show.
The negative thoughts that you is thinking about right now, or any particular subject, y'all, just flip it.
Turn problems into opportunities.
Problems are opportunities, man. Big shots out to Sauce and Soprano, man.
Real deal, man.
We on the jump board together right now.
Just being around people and clearly always talking, I just felt like at least learn something, so as you see that you're not going to shut up, you can have substance to your conversation and not just be labeled somebody who just love to talk.
Really being informative, looking to give the information that isn't readily available in our community.
Multiple meteorologists can look at the same data and come up with a different forecast.
And so now you take those models, take that data and say, okay, based upon all of that,
absolutely,
you might be in between here and there, and that's my know what I'm saying speech.
Most recently, after Carla B, transitioned out and went to do other things as well, Qiana, we invited Qiana.
I've been working with the guys for a while outside of this, and they called me to interview. And when I came in to interview that Sunday, after the show, they was like, hey, you need to be a part of the show. And I was like, okay.
I look at it almost like a band and the instruments, but it's just the instrument that we're using is our voices. My voice is already kind of squeaky. I know my voice can get squeakier.
You have to have your radio voice on and have that vocal control.
I talk lower when I need to calm it down. And when I'm very passionate about it, I slow it down. And because I want you to understand what I'm saying. What's good for the geese is good for the gander. So if you keep it secrets, just know that she can too.
Okay, hey, see, that's Qiana, that's why you need it on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You feel? Because you gonna even things out. You know what I'm saying? I was just joking. You know what I'm saying? It was joking.
We just understand power, and in terms of people's attention, because it costs. People's attention costs. That's why it's called pay attention.
We want to present local information right up there with, the trending topics.
One thing that's a common denominator with all of us is that we're all passionate about our people.
For me, what you take from me is that I'm real and I'm passionate about the growth of our people.
The overall goal, I would say, is to have a more informed community. Around electoral politics, around health, around equity.
It's about the mission of connecting the dots and closing the gaps, inspiring people to see what's possible, and trying to be an example. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing sometimes, but you do the best that you can with what you have, and you pray that others will be inspired to join in.
For more info, visit cdatcenter.org/Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today.
Than chemotherapy. BBC News.
Hello. And just like that, we are back. Welcome back. You are listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
This is the one and only Mr.
Yes, and we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that.
And we are redefining
What's cool?
Because smart
is the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you didn't know,
no.
So listen, if you was here for the first hour, we talked about Trump, we talked about Ratatouille and rocking crabs. He cooking y'all crabs for y'all.
And we talked about the MLK Day celebrations in the Tampa Bay area. We also talked about Donald J. Trump.
Right. And that's where we ended at. But you want me to tell you what so back to, and I hate to like circle back, but there should be something like we should be publicizing and talk about how MLK, because I didn't hear anything about crime, shooting, anything about that. That should be like the biggest thing from here to New Mexico.
No, that doesn't fit the agenda. When it's not an issue at MLK, which it hasn't been in a long time.
No,
and a lot of people contribute different things to the celebration that has like truly, clearly nothing to do with the celebration.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we have been having to do is fight that stigma that is always something going on.
Right. And even if something happens after the parade or something way after, but what I'm saying is
something happens in life. So
all the time.
I was just talking with my son. Like my son said, anything can happen. That's what you raised right, because it is. Anything can happen, anytime, anywhere. Be ready. Just no. What can happen right now? Let's go. But the reality is, it was a great celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for bigger investment. We're looking for more impact next year. We're looking for, and that was something I was going to talk about. Some of the room for improvement. What ways can we improve? What ways can we set up? Hubs where people can do vending legally, like throughout the community safely, right?
Right.
Where can people, post up and catch a couple dollars? Because the reality is the MLK celebration has always been an economic driver for South St. Pete. It just hasn't been recorded, right? So I'm going to say it again. The MLK celebration has always been an economic driver for South St. Pete. It's just never been recorded. No one measures that economic impact. That money come in, and tomorrow is just another day. Nobody measures, this, and what it happened to me. Yeah, my team went out on MLK and made us a whole bunch of money.
Right.
Right. Like you thought we robbed somebody. Seriously, that type of money.
It'd be like, jackpot.
Listen, you thought we hit a lick, but we didn't hit a lick. We had a product that was selling and that people wanted to support. So people repeatedly bought the product. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is that was not just me and my team. See, people been doing that for generations, but there hasn't been somebody to come out and say, hey, y'all, I just made 30 grand.
Right.
We made 30 grand last weekend. We made 50 grand. I ain't gonna tell you my pockets. So if you ain't doing a study, you just see me next year. You get what I'm saying? So, but the reality is, this has been an economic driver that we have to invest in.
Right.
We just can't. We getting it from the mud, but we gotta start, tilling the crops and making sure everything growing properly. Because the reality is, a lot of people are trying to get what we have over here.
Right.
A lot of people are trying to start that economic driver for their community, which they can.
Right.
It's completely grow your own garden. But the reality is, we got to take care of our garden and take care of our crops so we can feed our people, economically.
Right.
Through the MLK celebration and celebrations like it.
Agreed. You get no rebuttals out of me. So it is What's on Your Mind Wednesday. You know what? So Diddy.
Oh,
Mr.
God.
Take That. They have took his Ciroc and the tequila. So, last year he did a lawsuit for racism.
His company.
But he said that
the company and I'm gonna sue
well,
y'all.
he was part owner.
Hey,
however,
what the streets say.
Right.
The streets say that was his product.
Because you really thought that he owned all of Ciroc and everything like that. So they have agreed, like he took away the lawsuit and they agreed to part ways.
And I think also they probably, slid a dollar amount under the table because people selling lawsuits. He just settled a lawsuit.
Yeah.
So he probably just got a little get back and it ain't none of y'all business. Yeah. We're gonna put this mutual statement out. That's how you know money exchange hands.
It probably did.
I ain't making no statement with you after we split ways.
And then you know what I mean, when deals are made, he probably get a percentage off afterwards too, even though he won't be no longer the brand, the face of it.
And they were happy to get sever ties with him. It ain't like them people trying to make money, man. They done built the brand. The brand is his brand. And you know what? I want you to publicly say you're not a part of this no more. Like business wise, listen, partner, and I cut you a stupid check.
And they probably okay with it.
Yeah,
I was like, listen.
Just tell them people you ain't part of this no more, man. Our sales done went down. You know what I'm saying? We need to bounce back from this anyway. We gonna hire, you know what I'm saying, JC
Michael B. Jordan or something. You gonna come out? Nah, he don't know. No need to hire Michael B. because he was just racing somebody in his car and hit a parked car.
Are you serious?
Like last month or something like that. Yes.
You all right?
Yeah, he all right.
Man, you need to come with it. All this gossip news.
I'm just
what?
This is what he all right because TMZ reported it, and he wouldn't say what happened. Somebody showed the video. Like the one thing is we're in a climate where everything is recorded. Yeah. Everything is recorded. There's no privacy nowhere, so you can't get away from anything. Almost anything now.
Man, like it needs to be a point where you're not recording, you're helping. And so it's a thin line because I'm thinking about George Floyd and the young 15-year-old girl was recording. And remember when it first hit the airwaves, they said why that person recording didn't help.
Yeah.
Right? And I kind of jumped on that wave too. I jumped on that logic. And that's how I found out it was a 15-year-old girl.
And she couldn't help.
What you gonna go punch them in the face? It's the police. It's grown men over there ain't helping.
Right.
They ain't recording. They watching too. It's grown, full, able-bodied men watching, but you want a 15-year-old person because they're the person behind the camera. So it started a narrative.
But we've talked about the fear of police, right? Mm-hmm. And the fear of that police to me, and I would like to have an officer on so we can kind of talk about this. And
a black officer.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got one in mind. I got one in mind.
It got to be all the black. You ain't speaking for the black officers, but we want to talk.
Let's have a community conversation about that. So, but the fear of like they know it's wrong and they want to help, but they don't want to help and then get prosecuted and now they're locked up for trying to save somebody else's life.
I think that's what make me admire a lot of the Black Panther and the Black Panther Party. And I might get canceled for this. Don't cancel. The Black Panther Party one of their founding principles was to go into those situations and help, and not stand by and watch the police beat somebody up and kill. And really, to the point where I will physically put my hands on you, officer. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with some of them dudes. Like, they was ready to do whatever about their people. You couldn't have me on the corner jacking me up and the wrong one of my homeboys see it.
Right.
They really coming down there to really, and it's finna go down. I hate to be in the middle of it.
Right.
Because that's how their mentality was. Because the Black Panthers was like, no, we're not gonna watch you beat us up. We're not gonna stand across some line while you in the middle of the street beating somebody up that ain't doing nothing. So that's why I gotta say I admire the Black Panthers.
And we're not doing is we're not promoting violence, but we are saying that we need to be protected sometimes from what I mean?
Police.
Right.
And that's not strange to say that as a Black person. You know what I'm saying? I done been jacked up by the police. So yeah. Bring your comments to me. Cause they done violated my rights. And I was glad somebody was there to hey man, don't do that to that man.
Right.
What y'all doing? Just those simple, hey man, what y'all doing? Hey, cut that out. They ain't doing nothing, because we have to watch out for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same way the police want you to look out for them and call if you see something.
Right.
They asking you to call. So it's the same thing. If you see them doing something, make that same call.
This is
true. You get what I'm saying? Flip the pancake. Don't think one side and then think, No, there were needs for Black people to patrol and watch out for the police. It was a need. Those groups became gangs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the essence of a gang. The gangs came from. These people were patrolling their neighborhood because the police was beating people up and doing stuff to people. That's just really the ones and twos of it.
All right. Hello, caller.
Okay, so this is Miss D, the job coach again. I just call back. I got to say this one thing, and then I got to go eat breakfast.
Okay.
I don't understand why we have the mentality that we should not stand up for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We should stand up for ourselves, because the Black Panthers said, when people are not doing wrong, we are not going to allow you. Now we have decided we are so docile. We are so docile that we're not going to go to fisticuffs. I'm an American just like you. I told you about the verbal altercations, the very last verbal altercation where this man Sunday morning hollering at me in the middle of the Publix to get out of his way so he could buy his lottery ticket. A man walked up to him and said, "Man, what are you doing? Why are you embarrassing yourself like that?" He said, "The woman is just..." And so the man stood in the gap for me, and it was another white man that went to his white counterpart and said, "Leave that lady alone." We have to be willing to stand in the gap. And so what I finally said to the man was, "Well, I'm ready to move out of the way now. Me and my brain tumor are going home." And he looked at me, and I took my scarf off, and he looked at the other guy and he said, "You're disgusting."
Mm.
So people will stand in the gap, and we should be able to functionally confront each other. There are separatists in this country that don't believe that Black people should be here. Abraham Lincoln was one of them. We got to know the history. This is why what DeSantis is doing is criminal. We have to know the history. The separatists there's a group of women that had Liberia is filled with freed Africans. A whole country. That's why their flag is the same color as ours. Because these conservative Christian women did not want Black people in this country. And they paid millions of dollars to move us.
Mm.
This is why we need to know the history. It can't be hidden. I'm an American. My passport says I was born in this country. I belong here just as much as your raggedy old tail, is what I told that man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my speech. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. and I gotta go right behind Coach D and say it is. A lot of times, we have to take ownership, take pride. Stand up. Like, this is the stuff that the Republicans and these different conservatives are running their whole campaigns on. And I, as a Black man, hey, I'm gonna stand up for my community. I'm gonna stand up for my people.
And you will. Hey, caller, introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Robin Davidoff, and I'm with the League of Women Voters in St. Petersburg.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
What's on your mind?
Well, we'd like to talk about the stadium gas plant project.
Okay.
Okay, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, good. Well, we've been studying other cities and the contracts they've entered into with MLB teams and other teams.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking to community leaders and about what they want to see for the gas plant. And we had some concerns about the current deal. We've studied it in detail. We've written testimony to the city council. We were at the CBAC meeting last night talking to them. We have a lot of concerns about it, and we just thought if there's some interest, we would talk about it.
So let's do this because I'm interested in hearing. So let's set up a time. Maybe you can inbox the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on Facebook, share some of the information. Maybe we set up a time and one of your representatives come and talk about the deal and talk about the research y'all did, so we can let the community know some of the things that
y'all found.
Yeah, that League of Women Voters knows. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, that sounds great. We'd love that opportunity.
All right, let's do it. And I know a couple of y'all representatives, so that'll be easy. That ain't gonna be hard.
All right, so then we'll be talking to you soon.
Okay, so you'll let me know about that?
Yes. And reach out to us in the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, inbox us, Facebook page, and then what we'll do is I'll probably get back with you, and then we'll set up a time, and we'll follow up. Because I really want to hear it, and the people want to hear, because the one thing about here is we want our community to be educated and know, and at least be able to make a sound decision.
So we'll talk. Yeah, let's do it.
All righty. Have a great day.
Because if y'all didn't hear, she was talking about the new gas plant deal, the League of Women Voters organization here. And
they can't hear you. You got to get to the mic.
People, the League of Women Voters, and she was talking about how they feel about the gas plant deal. So what we did, we're going to invite them on to talk about what they got, the numbers that they crunched, because I heard some of the numbers. And yeah, I want to let.
And then they have some concerns, and I know a lot of people. I mean, typically, most people have not sat down and read everything from line by line, and
it's confusing.
And most people are getting sound bites.
I'm going. So last night there was a CBAC meeting. That's a Community Benefits Committee who was structuring or attempting to make a recommendation to City Council about this deal.
Okay.
This is the second meeting. They're gonna have 2 more this month.
Every Tuesday.
Mitchum Services was just speaking on it, and my sense of what happened last night. There are gonna be a lot of more meetings coming up. Because they're trying to change some rules. They're trying to do some things, and I think there isn't enough community input. There's not enough community engagement. They had 86 surveys that were turned in. You know, I hate to say it, it's like 200,000 people around here somewhere, north of 200,000.
And 86 people.
86 people. So
that's not even 1%.
What I'm saying is we are allowing our future to be dictated by 86 people. We're not. I know nobody's all right with that. Nobody is okay with that. And the problem is this train is on the tracks.
So this is my problem with it, is that these you have corporations that have marketing budgets, right?
Yep.
And they know how to market to get people out to the baseball game. And
well, they ain't doing too good at that either, but I understand.
They get thousands of people. They do. The Rays have been listen, they wouldn't still be here if they wasn't making money. They're not broke. So
they ain't broke?
No, they're not broke.
They got money? I mean, I'm just saying if they got some money.
You know, and so what I'm saying is all jokes aside, when you're looking at it, is these are companies who pay people marketing dollars to go out there and market their product. And if they really want, and this is just a Qiana thing, if they really wanted us to know or to be in there other than us talking about it and word of mouth, they will put money in it to make sure that the people in this community would be more knowledgeable about it. And I mean, they know how to attract your audience.
Far more than 80.
They know how to. So again, when you know anything about marketing, you know who you are sending, who you are trying to attract. And you then send out marketing just to get them. They know how to put liquor in our people. You know what I mean? They know how to get liquor in our community. They know how to get e-cigarettes to our children. And I'm not saying this about the Rays. I'm just saying marketing in general. But these are big companies who know
they know the strategies,
right? And so
to get a better turnout if that was
if it was important to them.
And I agree with that because honestly, it doesn't benefit or behoove anybody involved to get the community involved, right? Know why? Because it's gonna complicate the deal. Right.
But I'm going to say this. If you believe, so if you're saying what you're saying, no. So I want you to stand on what you're saying. If you want to make right the wrongs, right? And then, even if they're not truthful about it, right? But this is why we need to make them stand on it. So when we vote people in, right? And this is what we do. We say what we need to say, and then we don't get what we want, and then we fall back. But again, I know my ancestors, my family, your family, all has something to do with the gas plant district, right? They thrived off that community.
Came to talk to you about it?
No, nobody has not. And I will tell you is that I don't think, I'm not no superstar, but I know people know who I am. I know people listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Oh, I know they do
too. And so
you probably got a couple of representatives on right now.
And so what I'm saying,
I'm just gonna say it.
And the one thing is that I'm about my people. You know what I mean?
That might be the issue because when companies hire companies and other people, they want you to be about them, and it's contradictory for you to say you're about the people if I hire you. But okay,
but when you say that, if your statement is to make right and to make sure that the people in the community is taken care of with this deal, then you should hire somebody that's about the people, so that when you have somebody in those offices, they can tell you truthfully how the people think and how the people feel, and not just thinking about the corporate dollars. And that's where I have a problem at. Thank you for the stars.
I got an unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
I got an unpopular opinion.
Go.
They don't want the community's input, right? This is not about intentional equity, right? Unpopular opinion. This is a warning, right? I don't want y'all to go crazy on me about this. But
the views expressed.
The views expressed is. But this is not about that, because your lip service is one thing and what's being said and written is one thing. But what's being done is different,
and this is why
I have a clear picture of one thing out of everything. What's been done. See, what you're saying is something we don't have a clear picture on. Right. So what's been done and what's being done and what's being asked and what's being promised is not enough. 50 million in intentional equity is not enough. That is barely 2 salaries for the executive staff for the Rays. They got people making $200 million, $30 million a year. And you're going to give the community $50 million for 20, 30, 40, 50 years? This is bananas. And my thought process is, when people are not involved, it makes it easy for this to happen.
And not even when people are not involved. So I'm going to when you say 50 million to the average person,
that's what it's made to do.
You know what I mean? For the average person, because so when you're thinking of 50 million again, the average person was like, "Whoa, that's a lot."
Man, what you talking about?
Because they don't know that when this company is making
they're paying staff that a year.
That 50 million is 50 million is nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
especially when you break it down into 20 years.
No, when you break it down into thousands of people,
and then when you
hundreds of businesses, when you break it down to what you're saying you're going to do, it turns out only be 15, 20,000 per initiative.
And so let's do this. And y'all probably gonna be mad, but I appreciate the 15 and the 20,000, but when you're starting out your business, that's nothing. If you have a brick and mortar, let me break it down. That ain't even a salary if you want to run a business. If you have just an assistant to help you, and you want to make sure that they have a livable wage. When you're thinking of money that's given, and you want somebody to be successful, and you think, and my frustration is they say a big number, but they know they're taking that big number and then they're doing it over a long period of time with a whole bunch of people, which is not fair when I know that they're giving 50 million to one person at one time in 1 year.
In one set.
And not even looking back at it. And regardless if they do what they're supposed to do or not with it. But then we get crumbs over here and we're happy. And unfortunately, because unfortunately, when you look at it economically, a lot of people haven't touched that. I remember when my brother passed away, my nephew got $25,000. He 18. I sat him down and I said, baby, listen, that's no money. I know at 18, you're going to think that you done hit the lottery. And you kind of have. But I'm telling you, that's nothing. Nothing. Please don't be stupid. He was like, auntie, I promise I ain't going to do nothing. I'm like, invest in yourself. See what you can do with it. Don't go out there and splurge, because $25,000 will be gone in 1 month if you splurging. Sometimes in a couple of weeks. For real.
I'm of the thought pattern that when we're making and structuring like big deals like this, it's to always reach for perpetuity, right? And perpetuity means always look to maintain percentages and pieces. So that way, what can happen is as the production or the product grows, you can always get a return. To me, that's what equity is. If there's no ownership or no residual income tied to the intentional equity, it's not that intentional, right? It's not that intentional, because if it's not into perpetuity, if it's not something that's spinning on its axis to benefit the community perpetually, all we're doing is doing the same thing that happened the last time.
Right.
It's the exact same thing. It's under new people, new names, new faces, but the same BS.
Right.
And the reality is, we talking about profit sharing. We're talking about giving us as a community a piece of this investment.
And this is what, so we've always talked about, we're in a relationship. And so
it's
when
a toxic one too.
So when it's good,
it's toxic.
You know, boom, boom, boom. But when it's bad, we want a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And we want it to be beneficial for both parties and not just for one. Now, Tony said, listen to the recording about 2 promises that were left out of the conversation in the meeting last night, but was caught and has to be addressed.
Oh yeah, I seen that. It was some of the apprenticeship requirements and some of the requirements that's not only in the CBA community benefits agreement, but also is a city ordinance that came out of some of the New Deal for St. Pete work. Big shots out Councilmember Brother John Muhammad. Well, Brother John, before he was councilmember, a lot of the work around the New Deal, the whole team, because some of these things are the work that has been done. And what's happening is, I just look at it like this. As a business, the city of St. Pete is incorporated. It's a corporation doing business with another corporation. These are not nonprofits. And I think the city is taking a nonprofit approach.
Right.
They're doing business like they're dealing with a nonprofit agency, and the MLB is doing business. These are sharks. And people scared to say it, the hometown heroes, they love these people, but these are sharks on land, y'all. These people are from Princeton, Yale, you name it. These people are here to structure a deal that benefits them to the maximum, right? And you can't. And to be honest, I can't. Do that too. Wait,
right? That's what I'm saying. You can't be mad at them for doing. But we need to step up at the same with the same mentality.
My representation, i.e., the mayor, the administration, city staff, city council. My representation needs to step up to the plate.
Because what I will tell you is
better
that
negotiations going on right now. Especially if you want to make that March deadline, because I don't think it's looking real. I don't think a March deadline is looking real. I think a March deadline is premature. at this point right now, for everything that I've seen,
and I don't feel like we have to rush it either.
I'm
because
saying that right now in January,
you don't
look real.
But you don't have to rush something that's so significant.
No, you do when I'm getting over on you.
That's what I'm saying.
But study the art of the deal, I have to close this right now. What are you waiting for?
But
we can't wait another day. If we do, you're not going to get this deal again. If you don't do this right now, you ain't going to find nobody else to do this. And if you don't do it, I'm going to take the team and go. I'm going to take my ball.
So let me tell you. So I play hardball. And me, because I don't listen. And that's just me. You know what I mean? Well, take the ball and run then. Go.
But that's how people play.
But you know what? Because when people feel like, so this is, like you say, a toxic relationship, right? And you feel like this is what you're worth. When you know your worth, you'll be like, well, hey, if you don't see the value here, because I know you do, because this is why you're here, chop up the deuces. Like, you know what I mean? I see the value of you. Now you need to see the value in me. And in a toxic relationship, one person feel like they are the prize, but both of y'all need to feel like you both the prize. And when both parties feel like they are married to somebody that's the prize, you do each other right.
And see, I want to unite with that. I just said that to somebody yesterday about how this whole thing is going. It's like we're the ugly girlfriend and the team is the pretty star on the hill.
And they want to dress up, make it seem like they made us nice. No, do you see all the...
Like this to get in the car. I said get in the car.
But wait. And
what
then...
you doing? Get in the car. Don't you be playing with me now.
Nah.
You going to eat that cake?
And this is how I feel. And so now I'm saying, Pete, right? Do you see all the people that's moving here?
Eat the cake, LMA.
Do you see all the beautiful beaches that's here?
Eat the cake, LMA.
Do you see all the people that love St. Pete? Do you see all the people that fly here to see me? You know what I mean? But you got to think of that. But St. Pete knows how beautiful.
No, the toxic relationship said they're here because of me.
Right, but then you start to...
They're not here for you. They're here for me. They don't come to my games. They don't come to my games in large numbers, but they came to your city because I'm here. They came to your whole region because I'm here. And see, that is what I'm saying.
And so that's what a toxic relationship does, is make your self-esteem, take it down from here to here. And it makes you start to doubt your value.
Eat the cake,
right?
LMA.
And you gotta know that, believe me, you was the star because the Rays came here. We didn't go to the Rays. St. Pete was here before the Rays got here.
I think so.
You know what I mean? I was here before the Rays got here. We didn't move St. Pete to be in the Rays. There's nowhere where the Rays was at. The Rays came here, so you came looking for us.
But
even if we courted you, you still decided to be here.
But we're in a situation where our leadership has made the decision that they'll do anything to stay in this relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a people, we either got to make it clear to them that's not the way it is, or this is the way it's going to go. We got to get more people involved, because if you don't feel that we should give our shirt, pants, and shoes to the organization for them to stay, and people don't know, the agreement for them to stay is not signed still.
Right.
They are looking to enter into this monumental contract and agreement today, and then tomorrow I will make a commitment to stay with you.
And I'm finna tell you how you know it's toxic, because when you throw out some stuff, like, I mean, Gina...
by the name.
Gina Driscoll, right?
No, Gina Driscoll.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
City council member.
Right, and she was like,
Gina
it should be, and the Rays came out as like, we ain't doing that. We'll bounce before we do that.
And one of the plays and one of the things that we should really be in consideration. But see, and that's the problem, because the city council and the administration not on the same page, right? So what we have, you can see the gap, because in that same article, you can see where the administration comes out and saying, hey, we ain't even asking them to change their name. That ain't what we here for. Put some signs up. Put a banner up. And that's what people want, and that's okay with them. But for me, honestly, I need more commitment. I need more financial and tangible commitments. Not commitments. This all got to be in contract with penalties. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it got to be some uncomfortable moments. If people are leaving these meetings all happy and shaking hands, we ain't doing business
and
right.
I'm gonna tell you, in anything, if everybody is agreeing, then somebody lying.
So one of the questions at the CBA is, how did they come up with these agreements?
Okay.
How did the $50 million come up? How did and what has been done? The Rays have said, this is what we will do.
Mm-hmm.
So we will give you $50 million instead of following that agreement. There's an agreement on the table called the Community Benefits Agreement. So the Rays are presenting a $50 million plan instead of the Community Benefits Agreement. And I'm going to show you why this $50 million is better than an agreement that y'all have written out.
So I'm going to tell you contracts. When you're doing contracts, and I know I don't have to tell anybody in the city this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The party is going to do the contract that benefits them the most. So I used to say every time I meet somebody with Cheyenne, I like them. I think their intentions are amazing until I get the contract. I used to get knots in my stomach because I know at this point that I'm not going to like you probably because I know your pure intentions is in this contract. And a lot of times it's not beneficial for both parties. And so when you go into contract, it has to be negotiated. And I mean, get in there and negotiate and be fair for your city. That's what I'm going to say.
I will tell you, and like I told a lot of people concerning this deal, I think that we got to go back to the drawing board. I think that a lot of the intentional equity and the initiatives are ambitious, but I think they're underfunded, under-resourced, right? And there are not enough clear stipulations to clearly guide it for 25 years, 30, 40. They saying 20 years, construction is construction. That might take 50 years.
It may be because we're in Florida.
Right
so you're in Florida. We have hurricanes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Things stop production.
Exactly.
We just had a shortage in all type of supplies where houses weren't being built and things like that. So anything can happen to do it.
And the agreement need to be able to withstand those hiccups and those ups and downs. That's why I say profit sharing model or a model where we see income that perpetually comes into the community. A return, not a one-time payment, right? Because a one-time payment, the property is already undervalued by a couple $100 million. So $50 million doesn't even cover the amount of money that we're giving you a price break on. And the city utilities and all the stuff that has to go is like $300 million.
And so what I'm going to say, you want to give us a one-time payment for something that you're going to make money off for a lifetime.
They're going to sell partials. There's going to be partials for sale. And I want to talk about the equity in those ownership of those partials. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got family members who ran businesses there. I want to go back to the corner where we was at.
Yeah.
Honestly. Right? Now what? See?
And I don't want to just rent.
What?
I don't want to just rent.
I said ownership. I got up there last week and I said it clear. I want to own. I'm not here to play these job and perpetual job hire fire cycles, right? I want to sustain my family and myself in a way that only I can do.
Right.
Right. And so that means ownership. That means
I want something that I can pass down to my children.
That means
and that my children can pass down to their children.
On site. I ain't talking about generational wealth around the corner because that's what y'all did last time. Y'all gave them people houses and churches around the corner. See, that's what they don't know. What they're proposing is the same thing that they did last time. They're proposing to give you a house around the corner.
And you see how that worked out. So I mean that's where I'm at. And the thing is, so I'm just saying, like, honestly, we're out here talking, and I am the community, right? And I will say this, and I want to say is that because I know people are listening, is that I want a nice, clear communication where we can come to an agreement where it's beneficial for both parties. I want to say that both parties. And I'm okay if you're mad at me when I'm negotiating. I'm okay if you're mad at the city. It really should be.
It shouldn't be. It's such a great relationship. No, it hasn't been a great relationship. Y'all been looking to leave. See, this microwave memory. Y'all been searching for places to go.
Just yesterday.
Y'all, and now we all love because you got this agreement. Nah, partner. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Any toxic relationship, when somebody threatened to leave constantly, it's something that they really wanted to do, even though we wanted them to stay.
Let them leave. And see where the chips fall. See when you play the game like that, now we have more leverage. We have no leverage because we're dovetailing into the worst business arrangement. Like there are economists right now writing up journal theses and reports about how horrible this deal is. Like already, it's not even done. They have took in the numbers, just like the phone caller said. They have took in the numbers and crunched the numbers. They have taken these numbers and superimposed them against deals all over America, everywhere. And they say this deal is historically horrible. Not just horrible, historically horrible. And my thing is, dang, they trying to do it to a black man. Look, I'm finna keep it 10,000. I'm like, look, they trying to do it to a black man. It's gonna be written in history. Black man did that. Horrible deal. And that's why we got to kind of move a little more different, because history is watching. Not only our family, friends, and cousins, but history watching. They're going to write this. I told somebody, when you go to Tropicana Field right now, do you see any mayor or city council member who voted on it name anywhere on that bill? Think about what I said. The people who put that stuff together, do you see any of their name, any commemoration to them? You see what I'm saying? They're not commemorated. We don't even know who they is.
All right. So listen, I guess we done went on our rant. We done went on our soapbox.
That was good.
It was good. I mean, because we got like 14 minutes left.
Okay, ask Qiana. It's perfect time.
Well, let's run it. Good morning, Damien.
Dear Qiana, I'm frustrated and confused. That's how all Dear Qiana starts.
No, they don't always start off with frustrated and confused.
Dear Qiana, I found myself in a situation where there's a guy who's genuinely nice and caring, but I'm grappling with the fact that I don't find him physically attractive. In fact, I think he's ugly. How do I navigate this situation without compromising the importance of the genuine connection and kindness?
Be his friend. I mean, so yeah, be his friend. I mean, okay, so this
He'll win you over.
It's a possibility. So it is a possibility that he can win her over. No, it is a possibility, because for women, and I'm not speaking for all, but
that nice stuff.
No, but women. So tell me if I'm wrong. Men have to be attracted to you. It's hard to win. It's hard for a woman to woo a man to get him
that he's not attracted
to. Now, I done seen women
go to a man that they not attracted to.
Right. Or then find other qualities and make them or just he's nice, he's genuinely nice, and all this stuff. And then you grow, then the attraction grows, because it's not just physical. It's more than that.
I hear that.
It's definitely a possibility, but I think you have to be physically attracted to your partner.
Eat the cake, anime. Listen, I agree.
But it's not. So I don't. So somebody said, so what? So you're gonna friend zone the nice guy because so it's not the nice guy that got friend zoned. It was the ugly guy that got friend zoned. It's the difference.
No.
It's because I wasn't attracted to you. Not that you was nice that I friend zoned you. It's because I wasn't attracted to you because a physical attraction is important in a relationship. It's not the main thing, or whatever you get. Because some people physically, some people are not attracted to people, right? But what they're attracted to is their mind. People are attracted to different things, right?
Agreed.
But if that's your thing and you like a certain bit, you know what I mean, or what? But I will tell you is that the older you get, you realize that people change and all that other stuff. And so what you really want is somebody of substance, right?
That's right. That's when you grow.
You grow into that. Because if I remember my list when I was 18, right? And my must-haves. And it was all about looks and all this other stuff. Now that I'm grown, it's like, hey, I want something of substance.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
So Dame says, boy, female ain't never seen an ugly millionaire. Okay, UB say, so Shrek doesn't win only in fairy tales. Hey.
No, but you see, no, but some people do. I will tell you, truth be told, money do make you look nicer.
It do.
It does.
Cause you can dress it up.
You could dress it, and you done seen people that was ugly, and then they got money, and then they get their stuff together. But I mean, honestly, I would tell.
That's everybody, men and women. Men, I've seen guys flex to, the girl who they didn't feel was attractive once she got her bread up. They did a little, you know what I'm saying, and then bow. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, y'all was just talking bad about that girl. She got a trailer y'all chasing.
Yeah.
She done tighten up.
But, Ryder, I will tell you is that genuine connections are hard to find. Mm-hmm. Let's be 100. And if you find something that's genuine and that's making you happy, tap into it because really it's.
Yeah, tap into it.
Tap into it because what you look like today may not be what you look like tomorrow.
Yes, and what you became
and not even
swan.
that, and even the swan could end up. So think it can be.
Think about y'all your high school crushes. Yeah, some of my high school crushes came out all right.
But I'm just saying. So I was saying be his friend, but I'm switching it to let you know that you still need something of substance. Because if something happened to them, what if they, God forbid, that beautiful person that you were attracted to end up getting in a car accident or something happened and now they're not beautiful anymore. You're not supposed to leave them because you're supposed to be attracted to the soul. If you want something for real, and your soul should be what outshine everything else. I will say that. But I mean, that's not reality for everybody because some people is, superficial.
I mean, we're in a microwave superficial society. That's why she's asking.
Right. If you want something for real and something of longevity, and if it's something that you feel a genuine connection to, I say explore it.
Hey, listen, I ain't giving no advice, so. Yeah.
No, what
Qiana said.
No, so what's your advice?
I ain't got none. Do what Qiana said. Because you can't do people like that. Your beautiful days may be numbered. You know what I mean? So
it could be.
If you can find a connection, man, connect.
Mm-hmm.
It's a value that we don't know in genuine connections. Whether they be platonic, intimate, long distance, it's a value in good people. And
it is.
Sometimes we don't recognize that value up front, and then we feel the loss later. Whether we recognize it, but we feel it because I didn't have good people around me.
And then you get that handsome fella.
Horrible.
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 And I'm going to tell you, a lot of times they say that 80-20. They say the you got 80% of what you want, but you missed out on that 20, then you jump for that 20 and realize, I got the short end of the stick. Got the short end of the stick.
I already knew I was working.
But I would tell you is that you want somebody who's going to treat you right. Somebody who's going to be there when you're not that pretty. You know what I mean? When life really, when life really throws some blows at you, and ain't gonna just sit there when you all dolled up. You want somebody that's gonna get in the mud with you. And if this type of person, I say don't risk it on just looks.
I was trained to get way low in the mud. Hey, for real, because it's real out here in the field, and you got to be just as real as it is in the field.
Right. I mean, so caller, I'm going to tell you to do whatever best for you. But my advice really is genuine connections are hard to find. all jokes aside, they are
genuine connection.
Listen, are hard to find. And if you get somebody that genuinely mess with you, but I will tell you this, on the other side, ugly men be cheating too.
but and I'm glad you said that. I'm so really glad you said that, because people think, because people are quote unquote ugly, this and that, but I'm gonna tell you this. There's always someone that finds someone attractive.
There is.
And then sometimes that person has a lot of people that find them attractive. And I ain't talking about the cute, pretty person. I'm talking about the person you think ugly. I'm talking about the person that
because they genuinely nice. So I'm talking about they good people,
or they just good at what they do.
Right.
And then,
or you know what happened is other people will date them because they think that they ugly. So
exactly.
because they don't want to be cheated on, and everybody
they catching it. Boy. Hey man, yeah, come on. I don't cheat.
No. Don't worry. But they really out here getting it. So I mean, honestly, if you find something genuine, do your vetting process. See what y'all have in common for real. The core of what's your deal breakers.
There is no vetting process no more. Know what the vetting process is?
What?
Going to Rock and Crab.
Oh, not with Ratatouille.
Hey, going to Rock and Crab, see if she got a strong stomach. Let me see.
No. Oh.
let me see how she handled difficulties. Baby, we're going to Rock and Crab.
Oh, no, not with that sign up on the door that say, "Do not take me off, because you are closed."
Listen, y'all, it's real in the
field. So listen, we are almost to the end. We got like 4 minutes. I will tell you, every first Friday we will be where? At Urban Drinkery.
Yes, we will be at Urban Drinkery for first Friday. Live coffee concerts. It's gonna be amazing. Come for the culture, come for the coffee. Big shouts out to Sandra, Dave, the whole Urban Drinkery crew. Big shouts out to Jam. Just all the urban.
And you can go to Urban Drinkery from it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday to Sunday.
Yep.
I believe from 7 a.m. to 2 for coffee. They're out there. You can hang out, have business meetings, the whole 9 yard.
Somebody asked me.
And then they have stuff in the evening as well. Go ahead.
Somebody asked me, do we have a black-owned coffee shop in St. Pete?
Go to Urban Drinkery. And then every first Saturday on the Deuces, get ready for the reggae night. Every first Saturday, starting on the next first Saturday, February 3rd, starting at 8 p.m. until reggae night with 99 Jams. Will be out there. And first Friday, I have He Say, She Say. You know who's going to be my guest?
Ooh.
Who's going to be my co-host? One, I'm going to do 2 co-hosts. Gucci is going to be...
Gucci back?
Gucci. We talked about it. So if she don't change her mind, she has signed on to be...
The Gucci.
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 Yes.
Man, I miss Gucci, man.
But she's a little bit more mature and ready to... she's in a different space than what she was, but she's still herself. And she got some stuff to say. So if people, if people want to come out and be entertained, He Say, She Say.
You gonna have Gucci for real?
Yeah.
Oh, dog is booking them. If you want to be booked for the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, He Say, She Say, or any other event, get in contact with Q. Right? I tell people the same thing every time. I'm not the gatekeeper. Q is in control of all guests. If you want to be on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, you want to be on He Say, She Say, you got a rapper, could connect with Q. Q is Q.
Q is cute. So yes, I like it. So what's your final thoughts, sir?
Final thoughts on write down 7 things.
No, you go.
Shouts out to Jabari Reed, the artist. This is his where he made this. I would say he made it especially for me.
Get on the mic. Because you're Jabari and he Jabari.
Big shouts out to Jabari Reed. Y'all follow him. His name is iBombs. He's a young artist. This is his art. This is some of his art. He does amazing work. If you can see, I'm flying in a Pelican right now, cooler than the polar bear toenails. Oh yeah.
Well, listen, be the change you want to be. Write down those 5 things that make you smile, giggle, feel good. It's cold out there, so stay bundled up. Right. Look forward to talking to y'all on Friday.
Yes, Friday.
And stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Lose Your Shoes with Sister Hughes. Shout all around the room.
Yes, and that has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
I am the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're out.
It's 23:30 GMT.
WUJM, St. Petersburg.
In an hour,
99
the best of
Gems.
Heart Talk is
The
Iranian academic Mohammad Marandi, Iran